Get
Uh,
it. Get it.
uh,
Ow.
uh,
Ow.
uh.
Good morning. No, I didn't forget. Again, we got
don't
to
forget,
gabbing.
you guys. We don't forget. We just get to talking.
Uh,
We're trying to get a backup topic, you know?
yes, because today we're supposed to talk to the wonderful and talented and brilliant Molly Hemingway. And you know how these things go. Like you think you're going to get to talk to them, and then they're like so important and busy that they have
Right.
something else come up. So we were just planning a backup for our deep dive.
So it's what we do. You got to have a plan B. Like literally, you should teach your kids that for everything that you do, have a plan B.
Yeah, you got to have a disaster recovery plan.
Right.
I have an email from Mindy Doherty. Actually,
Mindy?
let me get my little pillow thing up because this is about pillows. She says, "Hello, lovely chicks. Just had to share that I just finished my Christmas shopping on mypillow.com/chicks and saved a boatload of money. Bought slippers for my husband, son, daughter, and son-in-law for Christmas. And since I'm such a savvy shopper, had to get a pair for myself as a reward. Also, I bought 2 sets of the towels to take as my dirty Santa gifts for extended family celebrations. Going to be a fight over those, I'm sure. I took the MyPillow pillows a couple years ago and they were a hit. I always take things I sure don't mind stealing back and taking them home." That's from Mindy. She knows what's up.
Such a great idea. Stock up on all that stuff, you guys, already. Do it now.
Yeah, do it now because you know how things get with the mail.
Right.
You got to plan for Christmas early.
Especially if you live in my town.
Right, especially if you're in a rural area.
Oh
By the way, can I just tell you how much I hate the word rural?
Rural. Yeah, I don't like it either.
Hate that word.
It's a really terrible word. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just not easy to say.
No,
not easy at all. But it's important because mail is slow in rural areas and really just everywhere because the mail system, it's not so great. We all know this. Yeah. So go to mypillow.com/chicks. And it's buy one, get one on the Giza Dream Sheets right now. So take advantage of those amazing sales. Okay, I wanted to share also that we have each received an amazing box of goodies from Ellie Glenn, who wrote us each a giant letter. This is waiting for you at your P.O. box.
Oh my God.
It is just a box full of like those really yummy, smelly things that you put in your light switch.
Those are going to be so great when I get into my house.
Oh my gosh, you don't even know. And she sent us each like these plug-in little night lights for Thanksgiving.
God.
Yours are different. I think yours are different. Because she said she wanted to send me a dog. I don't know what yours look like, so you'll have to show when you get them.
Oh my God, I cannot deal.
And then also, these are 2 candles, like giant candles, and then a big bunch of toothbrushes and toothpaste, because you know that she sends us our tooth supply stuff.
I love it.
So anyway, you have that waiting for you. Thank you so much, Ellie. That's so lovely.
So sweet.
She was like feeling bad because she was like, "I'm so sorry I didn't get to gift wrap them appropriately for the holidays." Like, are you serious?
I don't gift wrap anything. I put everything in bags. I'm that mom.
I mean, the fact that she's saying sorry after sending us a box of goodies, it's it's unreal. Anyway, so nice. Our followers are the most generous and sweet people on the planet. I can't even take it.
Absolute best.
Let's start with how MSNBC had to report on Sleepy Joe yesterday at the climate conference. They don't like having to criticize, obviously, the president of the United States when it is a Democrat, but unfortunately they have to. And here's what it sounds like when they do.
Of the president's overseas tour, and he was seen on camera with his eyes closed. It appears that perhaps he was dozing, and in these settings, cameras are all around, and the camera caught President Biden, who turns 79 later this month, with his eyes closed for a period of time. And you're right, these can be embarrassing situations. You have the contrast of leaders, including President Biden, calling for the urgency of these issues of addressing climate. And a moment like that in a session can be a political obstacle for a moment.
Oh,
you think it can be an obstacle?
A political obstacle. That's what they're calling it. An obstacle. Oh my God.
That's my favorite.
I told my daughter about that yesterday. I'm like, the president fell asleep in a giant meeting yesterday with a bunch of world leaders. And she was like, shouldn't he stay awake for those? I'm like,
I mean, in his defense, I would have been asleep the second the speech started.
Well, I wouldn't have gone. You know where I would be? On the border. Where I'd be. Yeah, I'd be fixing that and not going to a freaking climate change summit. Yeah.
That is a fair point indeed.
Right.
So yeah, it wasn't a good look. Now, he definitely perked up when it was time to eat. And so there was a lot of photos and videos of him just chucking it up with all the other leaders. Having a good time. So that was all fine. And he gave a speech, which was, you know, it was one of those speeches where he was reading it without actually thinking about what he was saying. Mm-hmm. So it was very perfunctory. Like there wasn't a lot of, he's just not good
emotion. There's no emotion. He's just like he's going through the motions of just reading it. He's reading a teleprompter. He doesn't care. He's just there. And then he's like, this is the most important thing. This is like the threat. This is basically the biggest threat against our national security or whatever. But he does. Give me a break. It's weather. It is weather.
And I have so much Greta to share with you guys in a second. Oh my God. I'm so excited about this. You have no idea. But first, also a quick update on where we are with this whole Build Back Better bullcrap bill that Biden's trying to...
Build back better. I'm sorry, I have to say it because when you say it, I think of Bernie in my head, and so I just have to say it in his voice because it just sounds so much better when he says it.
It really kind of does.
It sounds good when you say it. It sounds really good when you say it, but when he says it, it's like build back better. Build back better. Sorry.
So, as you know, Manchin and Sinema have been sort of the holdouts on this whole thing. And so Manchin, he did a press conference yesterday to explain where he is on this, because of course it's a very high priority. Biden is at this climate conference bragging all about the framework, right? And how he has all these great plans. Well, I don't think it's going well for him because, we'll just play a little bit of this. It's kind of long, so we don't need to listen to the whole thing, but you'll get the idea.
For one, won't support a multi-trillion-dollar bill without greater clarity about why Congress chooses to ignore the serious effects of inflation and debt that have on our economy and existing government programs. For example, how can I in good conscience vote for a bill that proposes massive expansion of social programs when vital programs like Social Security and Medicare face insolvency and benefits could start being reduced as soon as 2026 in Medicare and 2033 in Social Security? How does that make sense? And I don't think it does.
He's right. And he went on and gave all kinds of common sense reasons why he's not going to support this, especially when nobody really knows what's in it yet.
Yeah, well, that alone is a good reason not to do it. Right. Like, when he's like, I want to read what's in it. I want to know what's in it. I want to like absorb what's in it before I actually say, okay. And then people are like, no, you can't do that. You can't know what's in it. What? These people are ridiculous.
And I don't know. I mean, Godspeed to him, because he is literally our last line of defense. And so people like you, Bernie.
Why? But why? But you're saying that Joe Manchin, it's like Obi-Wan, you're our only hope. That's what you're saying. You're saying Joe Manchin is like Obi-Wan. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm saying that. You, Bernie, are not saying that.
That's why.
What you're saying, what you, Bernie, are saying is he shouldn't get to decide. And that is now what the squad is also saying. Cori Bush is trending right now on Twitter because of a big statement that she released responding to Joe Manchin's statement. So this is what we're doing in Congress now. We're releasing statements to respond to statements.
On Twitter?
Well, just in general. And then we share it on Twitter.
Okay, so if we were doing it on Twitter, then it would become completely ridiculous.
I mean, that's just one place that it's happening. Right. But the main crux of her statement is, and she tweeted the whole thing out in addition to just posting like a picture of the statement. She said, Joe Manchin does not get to dictate the future of our country. And at the end of that, it was a big long rant in which he said, she said, Joe Manchin's opposition to the Build Back Better Act is anti-Black anti-child, anti-woman, and anti-immigrants. When we talk about transformative change, we're talking about a bill that will benefit Black, Brown, and Indigenous communities. The same communities are overwhelmingly excluded from the bipartisan infrastructure bill, which Manchin is like, just pass it. Frickin' pass the infrastructure bill.
Yeah, how are
they signed on? Let's just do it.
And how are they? Yeah, how are they excluded? How are they excluded from infrastructure? I want to know how Black and Brown and Indigenous people are excluded from infrastructure. Like,
do they not drive on the same roads and bridges?
Right. It's like, is there a separate place for brown people on the roads? How is that even possible? It's such bullshit when they say that.
It's nonsense.
It is. God.
Anyway, so she's trending because the end of her diatribe, she said, Senator Manchin must support the Build Back Better Act. And I retweeted it and I was like, or else what?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Well,
what are you going to do?
That's what she's doing. Is she going to like beat everybody up? Cori Bush's?
Because seriously, these Bernie and her, the rest of the squad, they don't understand math. They don't have a huge majority. It is 50-50 and they need every single Democrat. If they don't have Manchin, they don't have themselves a bill. Period. Yeah, that's it. It's not that Manchin is deciding. It's that Manchin is the only sensible Democrat.
Right. But see, that's they hate that. They hate the sensibility. They hate him.
Yeah.
They hate that he does have common sense because they don't operate with common sense. They want to strong arm this because they want to push through all the socialist crap. That's what they want. They want all of this, the transformation that they've been dying to get to cram through, and they want to hurry up and do it because all these elections are going to start coming up, and they know if they don't get it and ram it through now, they may be screwed. You know, because like today is a big day, and today is going to be very indicative of how the country is thinking and feeling and where they want the direction of the country to go. So,
well, and it's become, not to use it as a pun, but it's become such a black and white issue, right? Like now Manchin is all, listen, this is, we have to get more diversity in teachers because 80% of teachers are white and 50% of students are Black. And how will they ever feel comfortable unless they're 50%?
McAuliffe is saying that.
Yes. I'm sorry. What did I say?
You said Manchin.
I'm sorry. Yes. McAuliffe.
Terry McAuliffe is saying that. Right.
Yes. And that's his message, right? Whereas Youngkin is all like, we're going to restore education to the way that it should be about math, science, reading, English, all the things, the foundations. And every Democrat is so hyper focused on race right now.
Oh my God.
It's such a turnoff.
And you know what? They're depressing as hell. They're depressing. If you listen to the speeches last night and the difference between them, McAuliffe is, Youngkin. Youngkin is like hope and energy, and like he's like pumping positivity, and he's pumping people up, and he
wears vests.
Right. McAuliffe makes fun of that too.
I know
he makes fun of that, but I mean, like he's just full of energy and hope, and like for the people of Virginia, and he's like everything is just very uplifting. McAuliffe, on the other hand, is like white people suck. I'm out. You know what I mean? It's like he's so depressing.
I know.
I don't know why anybody would want to vote for this guy. I don't understand it. He's so un-American and just not at all uplifting. I don't get it. I just don't understand why anybody would be into this guy. He's a career politician that's riding the coattails of this race thing that he thinks, okay, well, if I just talk about Trump 24/7 and I talk about how racist these people are, I'll win. I mean, it's lazy is what it is. It's completely lazy. And it's wrong. It's incorrect, you know?
Well, and there's part of me that hopes that Democrats keep up with this trend because it's clearly putting them in a bad position. And we've seen this just over the last few weeks in Virginia, right? I mean, the polls should not be this close. Virginia should be an easy win for McAuliffe. And the fact that it's not is because parents are tired of being called domestic terrorists. Right. So the more the Democrats do that and try to use these divisive ways of winning, I think it helps Republicans, actually.
Totally. I mean, how long? But now it's domestic terrorists. I mean, how long have they been calling us racist? We've been doing this since what, 2009? they've been calling us racist. Then it was white supremacists. Now it's domestic terrorists. It's like, what next? Are we going to start calling us aliens? Like, what is it? What is it going to be next? I'm so tired of it. It's like, there's always
maybe it'll be like a satanic cult. Maybe we'll be called part of like a satanic cult.
Satanists, aren't they? So many of them are like embracing Satan. So, I mean, that would not be a bad thing, right? I mean, it's like,
That's true.
Yeah. They took God out of their platform in what, 2012? So this is the thing. That would probably be a good thing for them. So what is next? Like, what is going to be the next thing that they call us? They just keep like changing the goalpost on us and calling us all these names. And it's like, they get together with the media and they're like, okay, this is what we're going to call them next. And it's going to be so awful, and go. And they do it. And then it's just like, but okay, all right, whatever. And then that word or that phrase loses its luster and loses its sting. And it's like, we've been called racist so many times. It's whatever.
It has zero impact on me right now.
Zero. Yeah.
And it used to be like the worst thing you could call somebody.
Yeah, totally.
And now it's like, really? That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Good work.
Okay. So now I have to show you the Greta stuff. So Greta Thunberg was obviously at this climate, whatever. I mean, she wasn't at it because she's not a world leader. So she didn't get to play. But she was outside of it, rallying her troops, right? Doing her normal stuff. But now that she's 18, she has changed her style. So now she's like throwing out F-bombs. She's like, yeah, she's thrown out F-bombs and she's a lot meaner. She's not quite as innocent and childlike.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She's a tougher version of herself now.
Okay.
And her newest catchphrase that she wants to take off is that the conference and all the world leaders attending are all talk. And so she wants people to start referring to them as just blah, blah, blah. Okay. So anyway, this gives you a background for the trilogy of videos you're about to witness.
Okay, here we go.
Here's the first one. Let me make sure my screen is shared and that I am big in. Also, if she could stop combing her hair with a fork,
yeah,
that would be great. All right, here we go.
No more exploitation of people and nature and the planet. No more exploitation. No more blah, blah, blah. No more whatever the fuck they're doing inside there.
So that's what she.
No more blah, blah, blah. No more blah, blah, blah. No more blah, blah, blah.
No more.
No more.
No more blah, blah, blah.
No more blah, blah, blah. No
She doesn't want any more of that.
And
by the way, just to give you another example of how whoops, I didn't mean to do that. One moment. She is using swear words to get her point across. Okay. Here's another video which totally defeats the purpose of everything that she stands for, but it's being shared widely on Twitter because everyone's like, oh my God, I finally agree with Greta Thunberg on something. Listen to this. I don't know what provoked this.
You can shove your climate crisis up your arse. You can shove your climate crisis up your arse. You can shove your climate crisis. You can shove your climate crisis. You can shove your climate crisis up your arse.
So
that is so catchy. That is really catchy. I'm going to be singing that all day. You can shove your climate crisis up your arse.
But I mean, woo! She's not wrong.
No, she's not at all. I mean, I feel like conservatives can take that and run with it. We can make T-shirts. We can like do all sorts of stuff with that. Let's do it.
I mean, I don't understand what led up to that moment, except that I think she's saying that to the world leaders who are all blah blah blah, right?
Right.
I think that's what she's trying to do.
Because what these world leaders are coming in like 8 SUV deep motorcades.
There was 85
in
Biden's motorcade to meet the Pope.
Right.
85 cars.
Right. They're coming into these motorcades and they're like, I'm going to do, climate crisis stuff. Yay. And it's like, here's the thing. I watched a guy yesterday and I honestly can't remember his name. He was in, it was through one of the networks in Great Britain. And it was brilliant. He's saying a lot of the stuff that we've been saying for years, which is, why can't they do this via teleconference or Skype?
Right. Have they not heard of Zoom?
Yeah. I mean, we're doing it right now. We're in 2 different states, okay? And we do this every morning and we do it from 2 different states. Why can't these jackhats do it? Okay. You know what? We're conservatives. We don't even care about this garbage. And there's no carbon footprint here.
Yeah,
people.
That's exactly right.
So
that's exactly right.
So why can't they do it? Why can't they freaking do this? I mean, all they have to do is get on some giant, web link and meet. They can meet, they can discuss this stuff. And, they would save a whole hell of a lot of time if they did it that way. And they would be a lot more productive. So why can't they do that? Why won't they do it? Because it's a big dog and pony show. And
it's totally for show.
And no one's buying what they're selling. It's a bunch of crap. And this is where I agree with Greta Thunberg. She's absolutely right. It's a big show. And they were saying it's like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was saying 2 years ago, we're all going to die in 12 years. Right.
Yeah, because where are we on that? Are we
we're like at the 10-year mark. We got like 10 years.
I feel like she was saying that at the beginning of Trump's term, though.
Was it?
Right?
Okay, then we've got 8 years. Look at me doing math.
That's what I'm saying. I think we've only got 8 more years, which is why in a recent video of hers, she was talking about how she was projecting things are going to be really bad in 20 years. And I was like, well, who cares? We're all going to be dead in 8. So why are we even worrying about 20 years from now?
Why do you care? Yeah. Why do you care? Yeah.
Okay. So because the internet can sometimes be amazing, somebody has already made a song remix of the blah, blah, blah. And this is when I love the internet the most, right? Okay. So here
I cannot.
It is.
When I say climate change, what do you think of? Blah, blah, blah. There is no planet B. There is no planet blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. We can no longer let the people in power decide. Blah, blah, blah. Did you hear me? What do we want? Blah, blah, blah. But it starts with blah. When do we want it? Blah, blah, blah. This is all we hear. What do we want? Blah, blah, blah. What do you think of? They say blah. When do we want it? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
I love this song, you guys.
So-called leaders. Words that sound great, but just look at the numbers. We can no longer let the people in power decide. What do you think? It's not blah, blah, blah. Of course, we need constructive dialogue, but they don't have ideas of blah, blah, blah. They invite therapeutic young people to meetings like this to pretend that they are listening. This is not about some expensive, politically correct green act of blah, blah, blah. There is no planet B.
Anyway.
the people raging at the festival, they're like, yeah. It's so great.
It's my new favorite song. I love it so much.
Coming to an EDM festival near you.
Is that not the greatest?
That's the greatest. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway.
Tiesto's going to mix it up, you guys.
Tiesto may have already mixed it up.
That's true. He may have.
Oh my God. Also, we got to have a talk about Madonna because...
Let's talk about it. Actually, we need to have a talk with Madonna about Madonna. We need to get her on the show. And we need to have a sit down. We need to have an intervention with Madonna. And
you
be
guys.
Like, girl, no. You in danger, girl.
You in danger from your own self.
Right.
So listen, I get that celebrities do crazy things for Halloween, and that's fine.
Yeah. It's like they dress up as slutty Seinfeld and slutty whatever. There's got to be a slutty Seinfeld, right? If there isn't, there is going to be one now because I gave him the idea because there's slutty everything. Everything is slutty.
Can you imagine a slutty Seinfeld going, you know how to take the reservation. You just don't know how to hold the reservation.
There's a slutty Newman.
Hello, Newman.
There is.
Oh
There's going to be one now. Yeah. Anyway,
well,
yes. Everybody's
Madonna is just in life, she's like slutty Madonna, right? I mean, like that's just her default. That's like her normal mode. But now for Halloween, she decided to dress up as Harley Quinn. Mm-hmm. And why do you got to pose like this? Like, why do you got to pretend like you're about to impale yourself on a bat?
Well, because you're Madonna. And her face.
Let's just do a close-up of that, right? Like that is not 63. That is photoshopped and made up and certified.
She doesn't look like that in real life. Like
nobody looks like that.
It's filtered and like there's stuff going on with her eyes. I mean, like if you saw her in real life, you'd be like, wait. You look at a picture and you look at her and you'd be like, these two things do not belong. It doesn't
and
match.
She just took it 5 minutes ago, right? And she's like holding it next to her actual face. And then you're just like, I mean, come on.
Why do you do that? Why are you doing that? Yeah, I don't.
Because people are going to see her in life.
I guess they're going to see. Like her own kids are even like, wait, that's not you, Mom. What are you doing?
Well, her daughter is just as bad. Like her daughter. Oh, I bet
Lourdes?
I can show you.
Are you talking about Lourdes?
Her daughter also skankified it up for Halloween and posted this lovely photo. So, that's neat. And then there was something, I don't know who she's trying to be, but whoever it was really bloody.
That's her daughter?
Yeah. Wow. Like mother, like daughter.
Like mother, like daughter. Yeah.
Anyway, that's unfortunate. All right, let's do some TikToks because I got some good ones for you today. Okay, so we're gonna start. Remember yesterday when we did the animal montage?
Yes.
I found the dog. I found one of the dogs.
You did?
I found one of the dogs. Yes. It's this dog.
God, I love him. I love him. I see a baby down here.
Yes, you're gonna see that baby because do you remember when we used to play on our radio show the sound of the baby laughing?
Yes.
This is the baby. What's this dog?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You can't not laugh at that. You can't.
That is the greatest thing ever. The greatest. There's another baby doing something. What's that?
Yeah, so this baby has my level of patience when things don't work.
Oh my God, me too. Or I'm just like to give it to my husband. I'm like, fix it. Fix it.
Also, I have to play this one without sound because it's a squirrel getting dressed.
Oh.
And I don't want to get like dinged on the music. But the question is, I cannot believe the squirrel lets you dress her without a fight.
Well, I mean, she wants to look pretty. What? She wants to look at her.
She's a princess.
Oh my God.
Look how patient. She's just like, this is fine.
She's like, I really would have preferred pink, but the yellow's fine. The yellow's fine.
Is that not the cutest?
I cannot deal.
Why don't I have one?
No, don't do it, Mom. Don't do it. And plus, you don't even know how to sew squirrel clothes. You don't know how to do that.
Well, that's true.
Where would you even get the
fair.
squirrel clothes? Right.
This reminded me of you because of how you celebrate Christmas now, essentially, because it's November.
I'm excited about Christmas, you guys. I'm so excited. It's everywhere.
This comedian, this guy, this is that comedian that I've always told you looks like producer Ari.
Yes.
Literally the same guy, looks and sounds like producer Ari. So, but this video talks about how Thanksgiving is really kind of like, Thanksgiving's got no style.
Right.
Okay?
You're right.
Oh, I need sound.
Target until next year. Right? It was $500. Yeah, CVS Target until next year, right? I'll send them in. Christmas, they're ready for you, buddy. Showtime.
Wait, no, I'm next.
Who the hell's this guy?
I'm Thanksgiving, the last Thursday of November. I'm clearly before Christmas.
Oh yeah, the Thanksgiving, right? With the yams and shit, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, then where's your festive jacket to let the audience know you represent Thanksgiving?
They don't make one. You son of a bitch.
Look, it's nothing personal. They're just cutting you out, okay?
You're cutting me out? Why?
Oh my God, this guy sucks. Come on, man. With me, you get candy, girls, and slutty costumes. Do I even have to mention what you get with this guy?
Yeah, but with me, you get to watch football and fall asleep with your uncle on the couch.
Guy, people don't even get the day off for your holiday anymore. They trample people at Best Buy to get to me.
You want to take this outside?
Fellas, look, relax, okay? Look, Thanksgiving, that's it. I'm sorry. Besides, don't you have some college kids you have to offend?
I love it.
I know. It's so
Love
great.
it.
This is like my whole theory on dogs.
Made me, I got my dog a dog. Then I saw how my dog was happy that I got her a dog, so I got my dog's dog a dog. Now I have 5 dogs. I was sad, so I got a dog. When I saw how happy it made me, I got my dog a dog. Then I saw how my dog was happy that I got her a dog, so I got my dog's dog a dog. Now I have 5 dogs.
There's never too many.
I know. It's so funny. I was telling somebody last night about how I have, because I had to go to Tractor Supply to get like these special kind of bones, because my dogs have been without their favorite kind of bones for like 4 days, and it's like they're dying, right? I mean, they're literally dying. They're dead inside, right? So I had to go get these bones. So the lady at the Tractor Supply was telling me, she was asking me, she goes, "What kind of dogs do you have?" And I go, "Great Dane." She goes, "How many?" I go, 2. And she goes, "God, that's a lot. That's a lot." And I go, "Well,
That's basically 4 dogs.
I go, kind of, it's like, I go, "We've actually had like 4 at a time." And she's like, "Oh my God." And I go, "Yeah, we're the crazy dog people.
The crazy
that have
dog people.
Lots of dogs." He's asleep on the floor right now, by the way. He's completely.
Okay, one more, and it's Trump talking about Sleepy Joe or
There's
Poopy
poop.
Joe.
There's poop. Okay.
Here we go.
Stain on the back of the pants. Poopy pants Biden when you look at it.
Oh, hang on. Let me rewind.
Poopy pants Biden, okay? Poopy pants. He lost control, and then there was a little stain on the back of the pants. Poopy pants Biden when you look at it. They called me a lot worse. I used to think they called me a lot worse. They called me the Orange Man, okay? The Tangerine Tornado. I guess that's not as bad as being called Poopy Pants. And most people just call me the greatest of all time when you think about it. The greatest president in the history of our great country. That's what most people call me. Everybody knows it. It's true. And they call Biden Poopy Pants Biden. He lost control. He was meeting the Pope, and he crapped himself. It's a terrible thing, believe me.
He does it so well. I mean, like if you close your eyes, it's him.
It's crazy, right?
It is crazy. He's so good at his voice. God. I'll never do Bernie that way ever. No back better.
I think somebody sent a super sticker and then it went away, and now I don't see it. And I wanted to thank them. I'm very sorry for not noticing quick enough, but thank you so much to whoever did that. I'm very, very sorry. I hate when I do that.
Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, today's
Yes. Yes, it is.
You guys, we're supposed to be on Newsmax tonight, but we may get bumped because of the election, because it's a big day. So just, we're not sure. Normally we'd be like, we're totally going to be on, but I have a feeling we could get bumped pretty easily today, because today today's a chaotic news day. So, And so if you're in Virginia,
get out and vote.
We're watching you. Okay. It's a big day. It's a big day, everybody. And then if you're anywhere else, pray.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. Bring it in, everybody. Bring it in. You guys have a fantastic Tuesday. We will talk to you tomorrow.